Good afternoon, this is Robert Radford with 50 Years Chess. I have an opponent for you here, Oliver Stubbs. He's been quite a sensation since joining the Bristol District Chess League. I think he started playing in the league around about 2015, and we met for the first time over the board on the 10th of June 2017 in the Bristol League Congress major section. It was round 2, and at this time his rating was around 1660, and he was 15 years old, and I was 1825. It doesn't matter how old I am, you don't want to know. I won't say any more about him yet, but we'll play. He was white, and he played d4. I knew at the time that he played the London a lot in his games, so I decided I'd surprise him if I could. e6, bishop f4, f5. So I'm going to play a Dutch defence against this London system. I don't know how it's going to go, but I thought I would try it, and good place to try it is in congresses. So knight f3, I know what the moves he's going to make. Knight f6, e3, and then b6. So I like this. This is good line. It's a bit like a Sicilian dragon, really, if you look at it. Bishop b7, and then he played bishop b2, bishop b7, and then he played h3. So I played bishop d7. Now he's changing now from the normal c6, because he doesn't need to play that anymore. He knows now that he can play and try and get a bit more of the board. So he's playing c4, more of a queen's gambit. So I castled, knight c3, bishop b4, pinning the knight, and he castled. Now, it's fair to say that I am usually quite quick, and I am a quick player, but this lad is really quick. He doesn't spend too long unless he's in a bit of trouble. He rattles off his moves pretty fast, and that can be useful, especially when you're playing with a clock. And he's already gaining time on me. So bishop takes c3, b takes c3, d6. So this is the way I'm playing it. It's a bit of Queen's Indian type looking as well. Queen b3, queen e7. Now he played a4, and here I kind of ignored what he was doing and just wanted to develop my pieces, but really I should have realised not to let him get a5 in, because it's going to be disruptive to my queen side. I should have played a5 straight away. I wish I did now, but I didn't. So I played c5 instead to try and break up his centre, and he played a5. Now I played knight d7 with the other knight on b8, and he went pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn. So even though my pawns are good, I've got this weak pawn that I've got to keep defending now on b6. I shouldn't have allowed that. And he played pawn takes pawn, making me have to take with either the knight or the d pawn. I took the d pawn. If I'd taken the knight, then he's got queen takes b6, so I had to do that, and what it's done now is given me 2 islands of pawns. He's got 2 as well, and I'm slightly better because he is double pawns. So knight into e5, knight takes, bishop takes, and then knight d7 attacking the bishop. He plays into c7. As you can see, for a 15-year-old, he's pretty useful, isn't he? This is nothing like to what he gets to be later, but I knew I had a game on. And I've won this tournament a lot of times, and I considered it a tournament I do well in. And so I expected to win this, I'll be honest with you, because I was graded a lot higher than him, and I had more experience and so on. But like I said, I'd never played him before. I knew he was good, but I didn't know how good. So I went queen g5, threatening checkmate g3. So now I push the e pawn on, and I'm threatening to get a pawn on f4, and he's going to lose a piece because he can't move it or it'll be mate on g2. So he replied with rook takes rook, bishop takes rook. I didn't want to be distracted with my rook on a1 because I need that as part of my attack. Though thinking about it now, I could have played rook takes. He's gone back queen to d1, attacking my knight on d7. But I decided that I'll go ahead with this mate and attack because I want to take this game to him, I really do. And at the moment, he has a 1.8 advantage against my position. Pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn. Now what's he going to do? He attacked my queen, h4, very good move, very good. Because now I've got to worry about my knight. Just went queen back to e7. So he went bishop h2, and I need to play g3, f3. Yeah, I want to play f3. He played f3 himself to prevent that, and as a break against that bishop on a8, which has turned out to be a very good bishop there. So I snapped at the pawn on h4, and now it's me who has a 1.9 advantage against the white position. So I'm doing well. It's it's now 2. If you look at the bar on the right, you'll see that black is got a large chunk of the bar there now, well down past the red arrow. So I'm doing very well. He played queen into d6, and I brought my queen back again to protect my knight. And he played rook to d1. So I still got a 2.1 lead now. So I'm doing very good. So I played g5, just supporting that pawn on f4 and keeping his bishop on h2 totally out of the game. He's got two bad bishops if you look at it. This is why I do have the advantage at the moment. His bishops aren't doing anything or going anywhere. So he took the queen and I took back, and then he played rook d1 check. Rook f8 defending, and then he's coming back for that pawn on b6. So I decided, rather than play rook b8, which is a weak move, I wanted to allow him to take that pawn on b5 if he wants, and then I would attack his bishop. I realise now I probably shouldn't have done this because it didn't get me that far, first of all. But I went knight c6, attacking the bishop. He went rook b2, which gives us an even score now of 0-0. Even though he has the two bishops, it's evens. So I come down rook to rook e3. This is good, I think, because it's threatening the c pawn, but it's also keeping I'm supported by the pawn on f4. So he's defending his pawn with rook c2. Now I like this. I've got him defending both pawns, and his other bishop's out of the game, and I'm in a good position. I played knight to e7. The plan is to go to f5 and then drop the knight into g6 at some point. He's played king to f1, so that will free his rook if he needs to go anywhere with it, like attack my bishop on a8. So I came with the knight to g5, and now he's gone rook to d2. So at this point, that was not the best move, and I've just suddenly jumped to 2.4 advantage against his position. If you look at the bar on the right, it's way down into the white now. So black's got a lot of chances to win this game. So I played knight into g6 check. And I really felt I was going to win this game now at this point, because he had to play king to e1 and his king is pinned. He can't move that bishop and he has to keep the rook protecting it. So he's totally on the defensive at this time. So I now play bishop into c6. The plan is if he tries to break the pin by going king d1, I can play bishop a4 check. And he would have to go back or lose a piece. So he brought the bishop out to be the right move, but he's 0-3 down now. 0-3 would suggest this is a one game for black. And as you know, I've said many times, when you have a winning position, if you're winning, you're not one. You've got to win the game. You've got to know how to win a one game. This should be a one game. And I retreated the knight back, which was a stupid move. I thought at the time, if he takes my knight, I'll lose that lovely knight. And I'll have a pawn on b3 afterwards. But it's not so bad, because I got other pawns coming up the board there. I would probably have got past pawn through. So I'm back to just 0.1. Now, if you look at the bar, we're level virtually on the red. So I lost all my advantage with that one move. So he's played rook d8 check, king f6, rook c8, and I protected it with rook e6. Now I probably should have played knight into e7. Then I could have protected the bishop and the pawn. But because I moved the rook back, he played rook check. And then I played king g6. Now my time is getting really quite short now. It's quite chronic. He's got plenty of time. He's just playing quickly, and I think he had about 15 minutes, and I only had about 4 minutes, something like that. So he took the pawn, and he's gone a pawn up now. But we've still got an even position on the board because of the doubled pawn. It's not enough for him to be winning yet. So I played bishop a4. He played king f2. And then I brought the bishop down to c2. Now, I'm hoping that I can do something here with this. It stops him pinning me on bishop d3. So he's played rook to d7. And I've gone in with the knight to g6 again, with a rook and knight attacking the bishop. But he has an answer to that, which is to try and get the rooks off. Rather than go rook takes rook, bishop takes rook, I'm going to play king. Rook takes, I've got a bit closer now. Now he's gone bishop d4. He wants to try and push that pawn. And I played knight back. I think at this point I should have took the bishop with the knight, and after he goes king takes, I can play bishop to c6 because I can prevent that with my king and bishop, and also I would have 3 against 2 pawns on I'd have the pawn side majority on the king side, and so he wouldn't be able to do too much. And this should be drawn now. It should be drawn now. He has a 0.3 advantage, but that's only because I've gone back. If you just go back a second, it was 0-0. So I made a mistake again, and now it's 0.3 to him, which allowed him to push this pawn. Had he done that before, I could have played bishop to e4, and he would never have been able to get the pawn going. I can even just play, we're talking about after knight and the bishop off the board. I could just play bishop to e4, like I said, and those 2 pawns cannot go anywhere. So I was foolish again. So I went king into d5, bishop into b5, He's got a 1.1 advantage now. And that's it's looking quite dangerous for me now. I took the bishop, which I shouldn't have done. Again, if we just go back a second, I should have probably gone in knight into d6. And then if he pushes the pawn again, I can play bishop. I've got the draw. So I took the bishop, which was the wrong move again. My clock I'm down to like a minute now. Time did have a lot to do with it. I was having to play quicker than I wanted, and I didn't have the time to think. He still had about something like 9 or 10 minutes left, nearly. So he took pawn takes, and now it's over now. 1.7 advantage to him. It won't be long, because I just messed up here totally. I should have already gone king and bishop back. And then if he played bishop to a6, I could go bishop to d7, and that would probably maybe still draw. But not according to this now. Now that I've done what I just did. He's got a 5.8 winning advantage against my position. Look at that bar on the right. It's all white nearly. It's gone in the opposite direction. He's winning this, and he's very cool about it as he plays c6, trying to chase, but by the time I'm going to have to give up my bishop. Yeah, he's pushed on again, and now he can protect that with bishop a6, and this game's going to be over very quickly. I made another stupid mistake when I played to g4. I should have pushed the other pawn, but it's the bishop 3 against 2, who knows what might have happened. But what's telling me that the bar is telling me I can't do anything now anyway. So there you go. So for the last couple of moves, I should have resigned, but as it's a bishop, if I can just get his other pawn off, that would give me a draw. But the only problem is they're both isolated pawns, and he can keep moving the bishop, and I got to move my king away from that pawn sooner or later. Sooner or later, I'm going to have to move my king, and then it's good night. There you go. Now he's got it. So he had a good technique here. For a youngster of 15, his technique in the endgame is very good. King g6, king g4, there you go. Another pawn gone. So if the pawn would have been on the H file, there's just a possibility I could stop him from getting in his pawning on H8, but I don't think I could do that on the black square because his king would probably drive me out of there. So he's gone back to c8 with the bishop. King h6, king g4, king g6, bishop check on f5, king h6, g3. Now he's started the creep in process of moving the king up with the pawn behind it. Classical play. I should watch him do. There you go, he's moving up, squeezing me a lot here. There's one chance I could get a draw here, and that's if he played king f7. If he played king f7, I would get a draw, but he's not going to do this. I can't think him ever going to do this somehow. And he's just pushing up. There we go. It's all over now. And I resigned. Should have resigned earlier, but I thought with a young lad his age, there's always a chance he might just slip up. But he never. A good little player. I was very disappointed losing this game because there was definitely chances of a win, first of all. And then certainly chances for a draw. And I spurned a lot of them. I made mistakes at the vital times in this game and it cost me. But guess what? I still won this group. I still got 4 points and finished first and took the trophy and the cash. So I was very pleased about that, but disappointed about this game. But this young lad has come on so much. His rating now is... His latest rating is around about 22.75. He's the second highest rated player in the Bristol League behind International Master James Cobb. Ollie's a good lad. He's just moved from his down end chess club. He's playing for Clifton now. He's up there with the IMs, James Corbin, Chris Beaumont. Chris Beaumont actually played board 2 for him the other day because he's got a higher rating than him now. And he's just going up and up and up. And I think he's going to get a master title, probably FM at least. If he will get anything else after that, we'll have to see. It all depends how it goes. He's got a father that's supporting him all the way. And you never know what might happen. John might well see his son become an IM. Who knows? But he's a good lad, and it's a pleasure playing him. And I thank you all for watching, and hope you enjoyed this. I've got a little picture of him I'm going to show you now. There you go. There's the picture of Ollie. I think this was about 2015-16. He was just a little bit older than this when I played him. But not much. He's got a trophy there. He won lots of trophies since 2015. He's won at virtually every little tournament he's gone in for. He's been top junior, Bristol, and I think even top junior in England. I'm not sure, but he's just getting better and better. He's represented Bristol and I think even England in tournaments now, and he's one of these who's going to be a great little player. I'd love to see him be Grandmaster one day. You never know. I'll be able to say, well, I remember when I played Grandmaster Stubbsy, Ollie. Right, thank you then. See you around. Bye.